we're showing them, all right, this area of the field has a yield potential that's greater than this part of the field. So what that's showing them is, why don't I push this part of the field? So that's where it's exported, and we can actually make a prescription off of that for seeding, nitrogen, just any kind of management you want. We can start pushing the higher parts and start saving our inputs on the lower parts.
In this case, the data outlines the strongest and the weakest areas of the field.
It'll help them in the areas that have higher yield potential, because they may have they may have been fertilizing for 200 bushel corn for say, and at 200 bushel corn, they may not have been tapping that one area that has maybe a 400 bushel yield potential. Well, they're just fertilizing and planting for 200 bushel, so they're not maximizing that area. But on the other hand, it's showing the weaker areas that they're fertilizing and seeding for 200 bushel, where that's only maybe 100 bushel production area. So what we're able to do is push the higher population, higher fertility in the good areas, and cut it back in the weaker areas. So that way they're saving inputs on this and they're getting higher return on that.
Yield maps can help you do that once, but what data is available in season?
We can make decisions all the way along the growing season, especially with that daily NDVI imagery from the crop health monitor, or even tasked satellite imagery throughout the year, higher resolution imagery, to track change in a field and track our ability to improve a field from start to finish. That we find those spots that we're a little bit lacking. What do we need to do to make those better? Or is there anything we can do for them at all? And make decisions based on what we see from not only the boots on the ground standpoint, but the imagery and experience of both the agronomist and the grower. When you're just grid sampling and you have no other platform to work on in-season changes, you're kind of you're putting a lot of your eggs in the basket up front, but you have no vision or no clarity throughout the year what's going on in that field. And between task satellite imagery and the crop health monitor and the YPM maps, we really get a really good view, for lack of a better term, a bird's eye view of what's going on in our fields, and being able to make better decisions, and being able to make better decisions quicker. And I think that's the speed is the key. I mean, when we have a problem like nitrogen deficiency, we could easily be losing 1 to 5 bushels a day. That's something we have to get on top of as early as the process as possible.
NDVI imagery allows a problem to be spotted days ahead of where the naked eye can see it. Fixing a problem boosts yield.